Hi, welcome to another episode of Hot Takes. Now, we're very close to the 100,000, so all you regular viewers who are yet to subscribe, do please hit the button. It's absolutely brilliant. If you could, we'll get to the 100,000. It really helps the algorithm and also makes me very, very happy. Finally, I'll be a big boy. But we're going to talk about Sadiq Khan. Now, he has for years now presented himself as a saviour of all womankind, women and girls, in fact. He is somewhat hypocritical about it, though. He's very, very evasive and shifty when it comes to grooming gangs. Time and again, he's been asked in the London Assembly and, in the press to comment on whether London has suffered the same type of systemic trafficking of girls as other parts of the countries like Rochdale or Rotherham and so forth. But each time he's asked, he slithers out of it like the snake he is. In fact, he will not even say the words grooming gangs. Why? Why does he feel so guilty about this? Why is the Pakistani mayor of London so reticent about Pakistani grooming gangs up and down the country? Why does he think they don't exist in London when it becomes apparent with even a cursory glance that they do? It's an odd thing, isn't it? The question, though, is why would a man who spends hundreds of thousands of pounds on adverts all across the country, all across London, to highlight misogyny and violence against women and girls, why would he be so reticent when it comes to Pakistani Muslim grooming gangs? It seems very, very odd. Every time he's asked, he deflects. He answers a different question. He starts talking about young people who are exploited by drug gangs, for example. His position is weird. He seems to suggest that anyone who levels accusations about his city, as he sees it, having grooming gang problems, is making a false accusation. They're being malicious, or it's a politically motivated act. Now, it's baffling that he does this when he was presented with the evidence of a former Metropolitan Police detective. Is he accusing him of lying? Because if he is, he could find himself in court quite quickly. But that's exactly what the problem is. There is an ex-copper. His name is John Wedger. He's a retired officer who's now turned to being a whistleblower on the Met and on the problems within and the cover-ups of all the grooming gang victims in London. He wants a proper investigation into it because he's come across it while working as a Met officer, a Metropolitan Police officer in London. He says his notebooks are full of incidents. He has reports that he presented to other agencies. A raft of evidence that he submitted back in 2022 into the inquiry then into the sort of systemic child abuse. And of course, him being, at the time a serving officer, this evidence and information is very hard to refute. It's solid evidence. But instead of listening, Sadiq Khan, sticking his fingers in his ears metaphorically, is dismissing these claims outright. It's pretty disgusting, to be honest, and it should force him out of office. Because by calling these stories false, which he's doing, he's also calling these victims liars. And that just won't do, will it? The mayor needs to understand that these scare tactics won't work. He won't silence survivors of these crimes simply by saying these things didn't happen or by ignoring them. The voices will be heard and they're going to get louder and louder. Survivors are already disgusted by the mayor's behaviour, and it will turn into a movement. And when it gets to a tipping point, it will be enough that Khan has to go, or possibly even be prosecuted. His job as mayor is to enforce the law, not ignore it. He could have some problems, and I hope he does, because he is a disgusting, malodorous weasel. And his time has come. And now we all know exactly what he thinks. Oh, yeah. Grooming gangs in London are fine. We're not going to investigate them. Thanks very much. Goodbye.